Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Supra Cup. Let's take you through the grid for race 3 here at Nurburgring. So let's go to the grid. Let's go walk mode, and on pole, obviously it's a reverse grid based on the previous results, so it's Bidster on pole after his spin out of Nifty on the last race. He waited for him, so he's on pole, and there's Nifty in second place, hoping for a much better race this time if Bidster keeps away from him. And then we have Domingo in the number 18 car, in third on the grid. Fourth on the grid we have Rodders in the 69 Jorex car. Then we have in fifth on the grid number 92 TY, and then sixth is Wayne in the banana boat. And then in seventh place we have Neil Farmack in the number 12 car, and then the number 84 car of Pash in 8th place in the Continental car. Then we have Keith in 9th on the grid in number 38, and at the back in 10th place is Anime at the back of the grid after winning last time out by quite some margin. So let's exit photo and let's go to the race then. Lights on the gantry and on the board above. And away we go, wipers on because it's a little bit on the rainy side, so we'll see how we go. A little bit of a drizzle in the air, and everyone on slick tyres to start off with. So here we go into the first corner. Nifty gets a good lead there into the first corner, everyone else keeping it more or less clean there. Wayne pushing TY a little bit wide there as well. We've got Rodders, a bit of contact there with Domingo as Neil Farmack looks to the outside. Everyone else trying to fold in somewhere where they can, as there goes Pash in the Continental car, diving through and trying to make his way through. There's Anime, already up to 8th place from the back of the grid. Keith with a big slide there in the background. Nifty still leads the way. Domingo and Neil side by side. Just mute my mic there just while I coughed. As we go down the hill now, looks like it's side by side for the lead with Bids and Nifty. Bids on the inside, takes the lead. Remember, this is a 21 lap race, it's a bit longer than the rest as well. We've got car off there, I think it was Domingo running wide. But he's not off, he's okay, he's ran really wide and he's got a bit of a train behind him now. Nifty and Bidster pulling away, side by side for Neil Farmack and Pash, giving each other racing room there, up the Schumacher S. And into the left-hander, Neil gets the position and into 5th place he goes. Everyone now folding around there. I'm just going to put the tyre and all the display on the screen so we can see the tyres and the wear, and also we can see the rain level on the next to the tyres, which says RS for the racing soft. So you can see next there's a bar that's about a quarter, so we're still at slick tyres at the minute. We're not quite at intermediate level yet. That's a bit rains harder. We don't know if the rain's going to increase or not, but we will see. The forecast was for it to get a bit harder with rain, but we'll see how it goes. Wayne gets a good run on Pash there, side by side down towards turn 1. Let's check on the leaders. Nifty's in the lead from Bidster now, and Bidster looking down the inside into turn 1, side by side, and he gives Nifty room and Nifty holds on to it. Meanwhile, everyone else piling into the hairpin. Neil Farmack just about keeping Rodders back in the Jorex car there, as everyone else folds round into the complex. Again, Anime up to 8th place from 10th on the grid, because he won the last race by quite some margin, so we know he's got some pace, but with the track being a bit damp, we'll have to see if that pit favours anyone else. A couple of cars going wide there off the chicane, as off the exit of that previous corner, as Domingo holds on from Neil Farmack, who's having a little sniff, trying to get 3rd place. Got to be careful, and then tyres early on, don't want to scrub them too much, as we've got Pash and Rodders almost side by side down towards the hairpin, as Pash holds on to position there. Still Nifty in the lead of this race, by the way, at the front. Nifty from Bidster running together. It wasn't like Bidster in the last race to hit someone round, but it is how it is sometimes. Everyone makes mistakes, we're only human at the end of the day. And there's Wayne in the banana boat. Anime with TY closing up behind him now, but TY just not fighting yet, thinking more of the long run in this race. Right behind him though, right on his back bumper he is. But meanwhile for the lead, Bidster and Nifty down into, there's the Nifty in the lead, number 87, number 22, Bidster in the old school Castrol colours behind him. And he's able to close up on him, but I don't think he's close to make a move into the hairpin. Meanwhile, everyone else, I saw Wayne there, he's got shuffled out, so he's had something happen to him there. He's gone down to behind TY and Josh, who's Anime, so yeah, he's had some kind of run wide or something, so something's happened to him. Meanwhile, Neil looking to get past Domingo into the first corner, goes to the inside, dives to the inside line. Oh, Domingos turns in and hits Neil Farmack there, and then Pash then hits Neil Farmack. He can't go anywhere, and yeah, we'll have to have a little. Well, in fact, we'll have another little look at that now. Actually, let's have a look from another view. Let's go on board with Pash, because Pash will have a good view here of this. Go into the corner. And yeah, Domingo just turns in onto Neil Farmack there, and Neil Farmack was left with nowhere to go. So that'll be looked at after the race, and we'll see if anything happens to Domingo's result later on. But Neil Farmack goes back to 9th place there. We'll rejoin here as we are with the race. TY up to 7th place now in the middle of a banana boat and continental tyre sandwich. But he's holding his ground. Wayne looking to get positions back after running wide at the chicane last time out. And Bidster and Neil pulling away here. Oh, Bidster's ahead of Nifty now. Bidster is ahead of Nifty. Bidster takes the lead from Nifty. So Bids in the lead. Nifty in second. Domingo is in 3rd place. 4th for Anime from the back of the grid. Now watch his pace, because he will be quick, because you saw the gap that he had last time out in the second race. Because obviously we didn't have the first race, unfortunately, and I can tell you for next week as well, high speed ring, we will unfortunately I only got 2 of the races from that, and my hard drive went a bit funny before, so there's a lot of old championships like this with a few videos missing, so I do apologise for that, but technology is technology, and doesn't always work, and but I will try my best to keep content going and try and get at least a video or 2 out every week for you, so there's always some content to look at. I'm going to try and get a bit more on top of that. As Anime now looking at getting past Domingo, trying to put the pressure on into the chicane, but Domingo will not budge yet. Meanwhile, everyone else at the chicane quite neatly there, as we have Pash almost into the back of Wayne there on braking, unless he's trying to go for a different line and a good exit out, which I think he might have here. Pash might be looking to make the move here on Wayne. Let's go on board with Pash on the inside of the car, and we're having a look, not quite committing to it yet, but no, Wayne is late on the brakes, there is no way through there, and around the first corner, slows up because Brothers has a bit of a bad run through the corner into the infield section there. TY still behind us, we're still looking for a way through on Wayne here. Have a look down the inside, there's no way through. Wayne just holds his line, and there's no way through there for Pash. Nice racing so far. It's a long race, this one, up to 21 laps, so roughly 40 minutes of distance in this race. Rodders there, still holding on to a decent 5th place so far. Didn't look like he quite had the pace in the last couple of races, and Keith is he's now tagged onto the back of the pack as well, so Keith looking to try and keep up with the pack as well. So both of them doing an excellent job. As it's all happening there, as we've got TY around the outside of Pash, and now trying to get the move on Wayne as well, but he's gone around the outside of Pash and squeezes into 7th place. There he is, TY. Oh, massive tank slapper there for TY. Didn't look like it, but the rear end twitched out. He had to lift out the throttle, and that's allowed Neil Farmack alongside, but he defends the inside into the left-hander, and there is no way through. Keith now nibbling at the back of the black car of Neil Farmack in the number 12 car, the Super GT livery. And the Wayne G just trying to defend there from Pash, but he's okay now. Keith having a look further back. Here we go, battle for 9th place. Keith on the inside of Neil Farmack, side by side through the chicane, and gets through. Brilliant move, trying to give each other, they were both trying to give each other racing room, but that was racing contact, and he makes the place because Neil Farmack had to lift off on off the curb and everything, and he went round the outside, got the power on, and that's just 2 to 1, doesn't go, but they really did well to try and get through there together. So hats off to both drivers there. And there's Domingo in 4th place, Anime in 3rd now, so he's passed Domingo into 3rd now. Can he catch Nifty? And Bidster ahead. He's going to try and put his foot down, and he's now going to try his best Nifty's still trying to stay with Bids, but Bids pulling out a bit of a gap there. 1:54.4 last time round for Bids, with a new fastest lap of the race. Remember, as the fuel goes down, and they'll probably end up going faster and faster, but we'll see how we go. Depends on how the tyres wear. And the track is dry now. There is the rain has ceased, so track drying out, track getting faster as we go. Anime, Domingo, Rodders, Love Rocket Rods there, we call him Rodders. Wayne there, Wayne G, we call him Wayne. Pash behind in 7th, and TY in 8th place as we go up the Schumacher S. And Pash closing up on Wayne there, trying to close up to make a move, but he's not close enough yet. He just moves the car out a tiny bit just to make the car look a bit wider than it is in Wayne's mirror, but not able to make any inroads into a mistake for Wayne. And Wayne then moves to the inside to defend. Don't know why he's doing that, but now he moves to the correct side of the track to defend for the chicane, and there's no way through there for Pash. Keith closes right up on the back of TY and manages not to hit him into the chicane. They're really late on the brakes there for Keith. There's Wayne now again, defends the inside into the last corner, and Pash looking to go around the outside, but no way, Jose, not going to get round there. Not going to get round there, matey, as we go on board with Wayne. But we'll know the way. There he is. There's Pash coming through on the inside. There's the corner. There's Pash on the inside. Very close to avoiding contact. There's TY as well, looking for a way through. We're still not able to get round as we look at the little at this different camera angle. As there's Pash still ahead, Wayne still on the inside, giving each other racing room. TY looking to get down the inside now as well of Wayne, but no room there, and he just tucks in front of TY. Epic stuff. Sorry, camera's a little bit funny there. Sorry about that. There we go, and Keith and Neil Farmack closing up on this group now, so it's now a 5-car train for Pash's 6th place, so the bottom half of the field extra close together. We'll see how this goes. Check up on the order then. Bidster pulling away from Nifty, 54.8 last time round, 54.9 for Nifty, his personal best of the race, so Bidster looks like he's just got that pace on him. 55 still for Anime, not quite closing up on the cars ahead yet. Then we've got Domingo, 55.8, 56.0 for Rodders last time round, his fastest, 55.9. Then we've got Pash and everyone else behind him, and there's not really point to look at. Oh, Wayne's been tapped, or he's gone sideways and he's lost it. We'll just quickly rewind back and have a look at that. Sorry, we'll just have a little rewind. Oh, kicks up the dust there as other cars kick up the dust. Neil Farmack goes off the track and rejoins, and then Keith goes to the inside. Wayne turns in, there's a car on the inside. Then that was not Keith's fault. Wayne turned in as there were a car on the inside of him, and he needed to give racing room there really, but we're cracking on. So Keith holds position and Wayne down to 8th place. TY now looking to attack into the chicane. He's going to have a look. No, not this time. He's going to stay behind the banana boat of Wayne, and he's going to stay there. And we'll see if we can catch up and make a little train out of the cars again, as TY has a little look again, just making his car wide in the mirror of Wayne ahead. But like Pac-Man chasing the ghosts chasing Pac-Man, sorry, the ghosts are a bit faster in the draft, and we will see if he pulls out the pass, as he does into turn 1, but then he again goes wide, and I don't know if that was a hit or if that was lag or something, but I can't tell. Neil Farmack though says I'll take the position. No, that's fine. Yeah, you guys fight amongst yourselves. I'll take the position, and it looks like that might have been a bit more lag based than hitting. So Wayne holds position there, because Wayne is usually a very, very gentleman driver. If he hits you off, he will give it back. So it looks like it's been agreed there to carry on. Remember, we're all on the headsets when we do these races, so we can discuss things as we go on. A lot of things we leave till after the race, but sometimes people say, oh no, it's alright, no, it doesn't matter, it's fine, it's all good, just carry on. That's what we are doing. So Rodders now catching up to the back of Domingo. 55.4 last time round for Rodders, 55.7 for Domingo. So Rodders in the number 69 Jorex car, nudge nudge wink wink, on the move, catching up to the back of Domingo in the Hancock car. Braking into the left-hander. Good line there from Bo. Domingo runs wide there. Rodders now. I think the pressure's starting to get to Domingo here. Rodders is piling on the pressure here. Domingo trying to hold back Rodders as we go up to the chicane. Quick look back at the rule of the battles, and Keith ahead of Neil Farmack. That could be a good battle going into the chicane, but meanwhile, back up into the battle for 4th place. Domingo defends the inside from Rodders, and there is no way through for the Durex car this time round. As meanwhile, Keith round the outside of Neil Farmack under braking and just holds position. And TY now on the back of Wayne once again. So still only, I would say, throughout the whole field, probably only about 20 seconds, 25 seconds between the whole field, which is pretty good going so far on lap 8 of 21 here. There is no mandatory pit stop in this race. You do not have to pit. You just pit if you need the tyres or you need a bit of fuel or whatever. It's just that's what it is. But the fuel is scaled to the 40-minute race distance of 21 laps. So it is. They should have enough fuel for him for realistically a 45-minute race. So they should be okay on fuel. But it's good to have it on because we can see the. Good to have fuel on for a change because we can see the difference in how the fuel load affects the drivability of the car. There's Keith there with Neil Farmack behind him. And meanwhile, we've got Domingo pulling ahead of Rodders now, trying to get a bit of a gap. And Rodders now has got another orange car to worry about, but it's Pash. So he's got one orange one in front that he's trying to stay with, and one orange one behind that he's got to try and keep behind. So he's in a very orange-looking sandwich here. So he's got to be careful of both front and rear. As Keith is still ahead of Neil Farmack there in 7th place, doing a very good job this time round. Keith doing a very good job. His tyre wears a bit more than Neil Farmack though, so he's working those tyres a bit more. We will probably keep the graphic below on in most of the races now, so we can actually see what tyre wear is like and what gear people are doing and other kind of things. It's quite interesting to see. The more data the better, so we can see what's happening. It's not too much of a clutter on the screen, I don't think anyway, but down to the chicane. Keith goes defensive, no one else back. We've got Pash and a little look at Rodders, but no way through there as Keith again holds on, but no, massive slide out the corner. This is going to be Neil Farmack's chance. Oh, he goes onto the grass, puts the power on too early, and into the wall goes Neil Farmack. There was no contact there, he just put the power on too early and he got the better of him and he made a mistake. Wayne in the pits. So Wayne then, is he going for a change of tyres or something, or I don't know what's happening here, but for a weird reason to pit. So Wayne in the pits then, we'll have a look at that in a moment, as Rodder's still trying to keep Pash behind and Domingo trying to keep him in his sights. As Wayne into the pits then, is it a change of tyres for him? He's changing tyres. So I don't know if he thinks the tyres are buggered or something, or I don't know, but he didn't need to change tyres, he had plenty to go, but unless he's deciding to put a fresh set on and see what happens, I don't know, but shouldn't really need to pit in this race, but Wayne has, and that's what's happened, and he's now last, and let's see if he can catch up. Anime holds the fastest lap of this race, a 1:54.378. Brilliant job by him on that. Was his previous second to last lap, so good job there from Anime, and that means he could be catching Nifty. So 55s down the board for Nifty, 54s for the last two for Anime, so he is closing on Nifty, and Bidster is still leading this race, 54.3, so not too far off the pace of Anime, so he's pulling out a good gap here is Bidster. Nifty there in second, Anime third, fourth for Domingo, fifth for Rodders, with Pash right behind him now. Will Pash have a little look into the chicane? He's going to have a little look down the inside. He had a look, I admit he had a look, but no way through yet as Rodders goes a bit wide. Will he get the switch back into the hairpin? Nope. He's going to stay there. And no way through for Pash. Go over the line, and we've got Keith and Neil still close in the background, but we're watching both of these two battles here. Pash now gets the draft, pulls out down to turn one, the tight hairpin right, brakes. He runs wide though. Rodders could go back on the inside, and he does. He takes it back again as there's a random cone in the middle of the road. Always a nice health and safety hazard that. But TY and sorry, not Neil, it was TY and Keith battling for 7th place, and Keith holding up Oh, not holding up, sorry, still holding off TY as Keith runs a bit wide there, but in the defensive line into the next corner. But TY will get a better run out and he'll get a good run down towards the next corner. It is a left, but I think he might be clearing before we even get to the corner here. As TY then moves up to 7th place, gives Keith the room just in case he needs it on the inside. Brilliant stuff from TY, and he takes 7th place now. Can he keep Keith back and focus in front, or is Keith going to counter-attack? Meanwhile, Rodder's holding off Pash still, no change there. TY still holding off of Keith. To the hairpin, good, so he's now going to try and catch up on the cars ahead. Neil Farmett down in 9th after the spin he had. And Wayne on fresh tyres, yes, he's on fresh tyres, but he's got a long way of catching up to do. But we'll see if that helps him towards the end. All we can do is see. Anime, fast slap of the race. 53s now, 53.9. We're at the 54s, we're into the 53s. That's the fuel load going down. And the tyre wear's pretty much even amongst the top lot, apart from Anime's probably worn his rear tyres out a bit more, but that's because Anime does play on the controller, not on the wheel, and it sometimes can make your tyres last longer, unless you call TY, who is basically a controller absolute expert. Very smooth driving style from TY. You ever watch TY driving style? It's that. As Rodders now comes into the pit, so you must think his tyres need doing, or he might need a bit of a splash of fuel. And that's the thing. Did Wayne take on fuel on? I don't think he did. No, he might have took on a tiny bit actually of fuel just to get to the end. So it might be the fact that they need a little bit of fuel in this race to get to the end. We will see how we go, but that might be why people are pitting and think, right, I'll just do a splash and dash now rather than near the end, because then I can just focus on what's happening. So, Rodder's in the pits. That is not tyre. I think that is tyres and a tiny bit of fuel as well. So I was right. They're all looking for a bit more fuel just to get to the end, just to play it safe. So this is going to be interesting now, because look, the cars that have given up track position for the pit stops to get more fuel, or we're going to get people slowing down and then saving fuel. So this could be interesting. Bids is definitely not doing any saving of fuel, because he's still doing 54s and pushing like hell, so he's still out front doing what Bizda does when he gets a gap. Nifty in second. Oh, second place, bit of gravel there from Nifty, and and I think Anime did the exact same thing. So no catching up right there. As Domingo goes through in 4th. Pash 5th, TY 6th. Mid 54s now for TY, so he's definitely on the push here. Let's see if we can get any further up. Let's fill up the fuel light from those people then. So we've got Bids has got half a tank, that should be alright for him. We're just going to see how we go. Nifty's all good. Josh, Anime's got a bit less fuel, so he might have to do some fuel saving towards the end, or does he risk pitting and losing track position? So we'll have to see what he does. I mean, if I was in his position, I'd do more fuel saving, but we'll see how we go. But he's right behind Nifty Dark Ninja now, drafting down the straight into turn 1. Almost bounced it off the rev limiter there as he goes into turn 1 and takes the position from Nifty Dark Ninja with a splendid move there, nice and clean. Nifty's not going to fight back, he's going to focus on his own race and see if he can get to the end. His rear tyres are better than Anime's, but obviously we can see that. They can't see that at the time, they can only see their own tyre wear. Through the complex section they go, bit of a twitch there from Nifty, but we're all good. Domingo still in 4th, Pash still in 5th, with TY now right on his back bumper with a fast slap of the race. 53.8 for TY. TY is now obviously sensing this is the time to push. Everyone else is going to be either working the fuel a bit more, saving fuel or whatever. Now TY's got half a tank and he thinks he can do a bit more pushing now. So he's on a pushing stint. Will he be able to get Pash down into the hairpin, or is he going to have to wait until the pull up the hill? But Pash is a good defensive driver though. He goes into the hairpin and no way through for TY that time. Right on the back bumper, right in that, almost inside the gearbox of Pash's car now as we go up through the Schumacher S. As well, Pash runs onto the gravel, that's going to help TY with a run. He pulls out to the outside, but it's going to be the wrong side for the first left-hander. Can Pash defend enough? Or will TY go around the outside and get the inside for the next corner? And that is what he's done. Use the curb a bit, climb the curb, and that is all good. So he made a good move there on TY, on Pash, sorry. TY made a good move on Pash, that's the way around I want it. Nifty now trying to keep with Anime, but Anime now pulling ahead. But he's got a bit of a gap to catch up to Bidster. You can see him there going over the line. Bidster over the line there. 55-0 last time round for Anime. It was a 54-6, 55-9 for Nifty, obviously, you have to get him past. Oh, we've got more pit stop drama. Keith into the pits, obviously looking at the fuel. Yes, he needs some fuel to get to the end. That's not going to quite work out for him, I don't think. It'd just be a little bit short, so he's probably decided to come in now, get some fresh tyres at half distance as well, and try and get some lap time back. We'll see where he comes out in the middle of Rodders and Wayne. Oh, Wayne, he's going to be out in front of Wayne for definite, because Wayne's gone round, probably pushing too hard to get the lap time and get the position closed back up after the strategy, but he rejoins as Keith still in the pit lane. Rodders goes past there as Keith comes out of the pits, and Rodders takes the position from Keith. So Keith down to 9th place, and they've both got sufficient fuel now to get to the end, or they should do, unless they're going to absolutely overrev these things, but we'll see how we go. So back to one of the main battles on track at the minute. TY ahead of Pash. TY 56.4 last time round, a bit slower, so must have made some kind of mistake, but he's not lost a place to Pash. Pash does a 57.9, so that could be the tyres or fuel, whatever, but we'll see how we go. There's Pash. Further up we have Nifty, 3rd place. Just keeping it consistent, just keeping it on the island, just seeing what everyone else does now. The only thing I'm worried about, if you look at the fuel levels, so fuel, Vince is just under half. Anime is almost at 1/3 of fuel left, so he's got not much fuel left. Nifty's about the same as Bids. So that tells me that Anime is going to have to either really start saving fuel, or he's going to have to do a last minute pit stop for the quickest fuel stop you've seen, a little splash of maybe 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 litres of fuel just to do the extra lap at the end or something, or he's going to have to do extra fuel saving and compromise the lap time. So it's going to be tight this. We'll see how Anime is going to play this out. I'm going to tell you something, he is playing with a lot of curb there on the inside. That is a lot, that is risky lines there from Anime, because the more curb you take, the more you bounce the car, the more risk of I mean, it looks spectacular, but the more risk of losing the car round the corner, that it goes on 2 wheels and sliding the back end out, and not only losing time from that and possibly a spin, but also more wear on your tyres and etc. So yeah, risky strategy this from Anime, but we'll see how we go. Obviously we know that Rodders and Keith and Wayne played it safe with the pit stops, but Wayne obviously losing time after that spin, 2:05 last time round. 55.7, that's a bit better. But now Keith right on the back of Rodders now, as the wipers have come back on. So have we got more? Have we got a little sprinkling of rain here to add to more of this drama? We've got the rain lights are on the back of the cars. Let's have a look. The rain lights are on. Little flashing lights there. The rain lights are on. So there must be some kind of moisture in the air for them to activate. The wipers aren't activating now, so it must be that we've got the sense of rain in the area and the rain lights have just come on, or I don't know, but we'll keep an eye on that. We'll make sure that we keep an eye on that as well. As the main battle on track, Domingo, TY and Pash have been quite close together for most of this race so far. TY, the bluey chrome colour in the middle of an orange sandwich here. It was Rodders earlier until he pitted, but now it's TY's turn to be the blue coloured car in the middle of an orange car sandwich. No one else has pitted just yet. I think we're still okay for that, as Domingo's got to watch his fuel. Domingo's got a lot less fuel in the front tyres are a lot more worn than TY's. We're swapping them from Domingo to TY now. You see the difference. TY's tyres and fuel are much better off, and he's now going to look to get down the inside of Domingo into turn 1. Domingo's not going to make it easy for him though, leaves in the racing room. TY on the inside, massive slide there though from TY, couldn't pick up the power and Domingo holds on to it. That's the risk of the inside, like I was saying on the previous lap with Anime taking the curve there. That is the risk of keeping it tight to the inside. You go down more of the drop that's there, and more chance of the rear end not doing what you want it to do. Domingo then, I'm sure it must be a matter of time with the tyre wear and fuel difference, but we'll see. As Pash is similar, he's probably about half and half between the both of them, so TY's probably the best looking one with tyres and fuel. Domingo, Pash second, and then Domingo third in that aspect, if you wanted to rate it in order of tyre and fuel wear. Red brakes glowing on the back of TY's car. Right on the back of Domingo as we go out of the Dunlop hairpin and up to the climb to the Schumacher S. Flat, almost flat left and definitely flat right, unless you're on the gravel like that and spitting stones everywhere. And TY must have made a mistake there too, or backed off because he thought Domingo were going off, and has to watch what Pash is doing. Neil Farmer went a bit wide there as well. Now Neil's fuel is not looking good compared to everyone else's at all. Looks like Neil's going to have to be making a fuel stop unless he's going to try and get to the end on Vapour, as now he's losing control of the car altogether and goes wide. Bidster's in the pits, the race leader is into the pits, clearly not trusting the fuel or the tyres he's got. So Bidster then into the pits, which means Anime takes the lead of this race. But looking at what Bidster's fuel is and what Anime's fuel is, Anime's definitely have to pit before the end of this race. So I think Anime is going for pure speed here, and then knowing he's got to pit later on, he'll have more fresh tyres and less fuel. So we'll see how that goes, but Bidster feels he needs to pit now, and Bidster comes out the pits now, and he's behind the battle of Pash and TY. We're going to turn one. Neil Farmer there in 7th place. He's still not pitted yet, I don't think. So yeah, he's had that mistake earlier. He's not pitted yet. So Neil Farmer there in 7th. Keith and Rodders. Oh, there you can see the rain now coming down. Keith there in 8th place, Rodders in 9th, and the rain is coming down. We have the grip meter on the left-hand side near the bottom left, near the clock, just starting to go into about an eighth of the full bit, so about half of the first quarter mark. We get to the quarter mark or just above that, that's when intermediate tyres are needed. So we should be alright on the slicks for now, but they're going to have to watch out and see how bad the rain's going to get. Unfortunately, we can't see on the replays or anything, but what the weather radar would be handy, but to swap between them. But unfortunately, we can't. Unless there's another way through here, but I don't think there isn't now. It's just so we can't unfortunately get that for you. But it is starting on certain parts of the track. It's just started raining a bit and it's gone away, so it's just the intermittent rain conditions of TY. Massive tang slapper there as he goes out of the one corner into the other, and struggling to get the power down. He's now trying to push Domingo along, and Domingo, I don't think he's far away from a pit stop fuel wise, unless he's going to try and risk it to the end. We'll see how we go. Defends the inside into the chicane. TY's left with no way through. Pash closes up on the battle. Nifty's in. Nifty is in, so clearly not enough fuel to get to the end of the race, and doing what Bidster does, wants to counter Bidster off. Domingo's into the pits as well. I thought Domingo would be, so Pash is now free to try and attack TY. See if Pash can stick with TY or TY can pull away from him. We'll see where we go. Bidster's right behind them now. Fresh tyres and enough fuel, definitely enough fuel to get to the end of the race. As Anime's further up, he's still not pitted yet. Looking for that quicker pit stop, not having to put as much fuel in, fresher tyres. We'll see how we go. Domingo into the pits. I think Nifty's out the pits. Nifty's out the pits, and he's down in 6th place now. So he's come out behind Bids. And Neil Farmack's still not pitted yet, but we'll have to see if he can get to the end of the race. So it's all a bit of a juggling action at the minute. We're still trying to sort out people's pit stops and everything. The rain's adding to the mix. This is absolute confusion and drama at its best here. But so far, currently on track, we have Anime leading. He's not pitted. TY second, he's not pitted. Pash is third, he's not pitted. Bidster is fourth, he has pitted. Neil fifth, he has not. Nifty has. Keith has. Then Rodders in 8th, he has. So has Domingo, and so has Wayne. So Domingo comes out in front of Wayne there. So obviously done the pit stop last time round, and why has he put half a tank in? Why has he put that much fuel in? Domingo's put so much fuel, and that's why he's come out further back, because he's put half a tank in to do the last 5 or 6 laps of this race. So that is way too much fuel, but he's definitely going to make it to the end, and if we decide to do a little sprint race on top of this, he'd definitely be able to do that as well. So too much fuel there for Domingo. And now we're getting to the point of the race where you see the rain meter has gone to the quarter mark. Any more rain now, and they're going to have to start struggling on these tyres, and they'll have to start thinking about inters. So Pash is in. He knows he's not going to get to the end of the race on that fuel. TY's in as well. I didn't think TY had pit, but he has done, and so is Anime. Bidster takes back the lead of the race, and now it is a pit stop race between everyone else. Anime into his box. TY not yet. Pash not yet. Neil not yet. Neil's in a get on, and Neil's in for the first time. Sorry. So Bidster in the lead then. Just needs to keep control of it, and he'll be all right. Nifty moves into second place. And Anime's done. Anime comes out of the pits just behind Nifty now. And they're on about the same fuel and the same tyres, so that's going to be a battle of performance there. TY out in 5th, Pash out of the pits, 5th place for him. Neil comes out of the pits, he's in 6th. He gets out ahead of Keith and Rodders there. So everyone in this race now has done a pit stop. Just checking through. Yes, we have. Everyone has done a pit stop in this race, and Bidster holds a massive lead. That is a good 10-second lead plus for Bidster. 10 or 15 second lead from Nifty Dark Ninja. 3rd place is Anime. 4th is TY. I did not think he would pit. I thought he had enough fuel to get to the end, but clearly not. Or he felt the tyres were going off and he needed a new set compared to everyone else around him, because he doesn't want to have a Kimi Raikkonen from 2011 when he had the problem with tyres in the Lotus at I think it was China, where he had the problem with tyres, where they just in the first year of the Pirellis and they just hit the cliff and they just went completely off. And yeah, you don't want to have bad tyres while everyone else around you's got good tyres, and it's definitely not the ideal approach. So Bidster leads, Nifty second, and now so we'll watch this gap here, because we knew that Anime before had the pace, because he got past Nifty with the pace and then went to go and close up on Bids. So, and obviously Anime won the first race that we saw, the second race as it was. He won that one with quite a convincing margin. So we know he's got the pace around here, but is he got enough pace to catch up to Nifty and pass him? And how will Nifty defend? Will he get the elbows right out, or will he let him through, or we'll have to see what happens. So we'll keep focused on that. We'll come back to that in a little bit. TY there, 4th, Pash, and then the next closest gap is Neil Farmack with Keith behind him. So Keith A90 closing on the back of Neil Farmack. Now I would imagine this is where we start, or where we'll start seeing some fastest laps of the race, where we have the because we've got new tyres. Yes, the track's a bit more damp, but new fresh tyres and a light load, it could even itself out. It could even be able to go faster. We don't know. Back to Anime and Nifty now. He's right on now. He's really close to the back of Nifty now. Closing on the back of the Cadbury's car. We go round the left-hander into the right-hander down the hill, and Nifty there. Just trying to get these lines right, trying to hold off the car behind, but the car behind goes to the inside. Anime goes for the dive. Nifty just opens the door and says after you. So Nifty then obviously running wide there, and just went a bit too wide. Thought he was going to go for a bit more of a dive, or thought that Josh was going to go a bit more higher up the track. So good on Nifty for leaving him in the racing room, but that was a complete open door, and he bowed to him and said, "Oh, in you come, off you know, yes, fine, in you come." It's, dinner's all set out on the table for you, so there you go. Wide open door there from Nifty, but let's see if we can keep with Anime now and counter-attack. Drafting him down to the hairpin. Will he go for a dive, or will he stay behind? He's going to stay behind for now. All it takes is one mistake though from Anime, and he's straight back through. So he's just got to stick with him now best as he can, and see if he can stay with him. TY in 4th there. He's got the power down, so we'll see what the lap times are this time round with the new tyres. So Bidster 55.8, doesn't need to push particularly hard. Anime after passing Nifty 54.9, 56.3 for Nifty after running wide at the hairpin. Getting passed by Anime as 54.3 for TY. So not quite the lap times that we had when the track was bone dry. So not quite the same lap times. 56.1 for Neil Farmack, so 55.8 for Pash. 56.7 for Keith. 56.8 for Rodders, 56.5 for Domingo, so he's closing up and he's burning through that fuel, but he definitely put too much fuel in and ruined his race with that. And Wayne on the back of him after having that spin out on lap 12, you can see the 2:05 compared to the rest of the lap times, which was quite consistent. 55s all the way apart from lap 17. So 56 is all the way apart from lap 14 and lap 17, which was 55 and 59. So not too bad there. So Anime is, yeah, he's pulling away from Nifty now. He's pulling a little bit away from Nifty. Nifty's struggling to stay with him now. So now Nifty's got to watch behind him. She's got a charging TY behind him on 54.3 last time round, 56.3. So 2 seconds faster last time round TY was compared to Nifty. So this is going to be the next great battle to watch. Let's have a look further down though. Oh, Neil's got the red light on for the fuel. That should be enough to get him round another time. So he should be okay with that. The next close one is Neil, Keith and Rodders there, but looks like we're okay in that battle so far. Back to TY and Nifty. We've got to see if on this last lap can Nifty hold off for the podium place, or is TY going to nick it off him at the last moment. Last lap of the race coming up here at Nurburgring, race 3 of round 2 of the LPB Supra Cup. And let's see how we get on. So TY, let's look at the last lap times. 54.0 for Anime, 55.9 for Nifty, 54.4 for TY, within a tenth of a second of his previous lap, so definitely on the move here. Closing and closing and closing on Nifty. Then we've got Pash on his own in 5th, Neil 6th. We've got side by side, we've got Keith and Rodders for the 7th place. Rodders bit of a twitch there as Keith runs wide out the corner. Side by side round the complex as Rodders looks to keep going around the outside, and he says, I'm not done yet, Sunshine, I'm still here. As, wide goes Keith, and up goes the inside of Keith, goes Rodders. Still side by side out the corner now, still can't separate these two at all. Side by side now down to the left-hander. On the inside is Rodders in the blue car. White car of Keith round the outside and holds position. Good job there from Keith, and we'll come back to that in a moment. TY not able to catch Nifty at the rate of knots he was before. Nifty's trying to put his foot down a bit, trying to hold position. Back to this battle back here. Keith and Rodders for 7th place. Rodders gets a good run, but the Schumacher S, you cannot pass through there and can't go side by side through there very easily at all. No way through there for both drivers. TY, last chance, coming down to the chicane for the last time. Is he going to go for it? Is he going to be able to get the move done? He brakes very late, but Nifty goes into the corner first. Oh, we'll have to come back to that in a minute because Bidster crossed the line to win. Bidster wins the race. Epic job from Bidster there. Redeems himself for race 2. Anime's going to be 2nd. But who's going to be 3rd? Nifty holds on out the last corner to finish 3rd in front of TY. Good race between them two at the last few laps. TY pushed him hard. 5th place for Pash. Well done to Pash in 5th. 6th place for Neil Farmack. Oh, making it home on Vapour. As Keith holds off with the battle for 7th ahead of Rodders in 8th. And then Wayne is going to be in 9th, and Domingo makes it, I think probably makes it, yeah, he had 2 laps of 2 minute odd and 1:57, so lost a lot of time there, and he didn't really help himself with the pit stop either, so he finishes in 10th place. Epic racing there then from everyone. TY gets the fastest lap of 1:53.8, so TY there with the fastest lap. Brilliant battle between them two at the end as well. But your winner of the race 3 is, let's see if we can see him. There it is, Bidster in the number 22 car. Epic job there from Bids. And we will see everyone next time for High Speed Ring round 3. All right, guys, we'll see you then. Take care.